Hi there, my name is Alan, and today I'm planning on going out in the street and interview a few ordinary citizens. But here's the catch. I'm not going to ask them basic questions to test their knowledge, or even ask their opinion about which celebrity wore the best Gucci dress this weekend. Instead, I'm going to test their quick knowledge pertaining to our great nation. What does it take to be a good president? What qualifications are the most important for the president in the current American context? What does the American public feel is the biggest problem facing the United States, and which candidate can fix these problems? These questions might seem a little bit easy to answer to you regarding the newspaper or surfing the web, but I feel when randomly approached, these people might flounder a little bit with their responses. So these interviews are a way to prove myself wrong and show that Americans do know what is going on in the world around them. Can I get a general opinion? What do you guys think of the debate tonight?
I thought it was really complicated, and it was just, Romney but Obama, he's
So, I say you're in favor of Obama then?
absolutely.
And you say?
I like Obama. I don't like that Mitt Romney fella.
It's actually Mitch Romney.
Mitch.
Like you're wearing a hand like a glove. Mitt.
Mitt.
Thank you very much. Okay. My first question is, what do you think it takes to be a good American president? So would you enlighten us to you?
Well, the first thing, you need to be able to kill Al-Qaeda. Because Al-Qaeda is the #1 target in this here world. 2, he needs to be good at drinking beer. And Mitch Romney can't do that because he's
It's actually Mitt Romney.
Mitt. I can't understand your accent, but Mitt.
Right.
Mitt can't drink beer. He's a Mormon. That's un-American.
So, okay. Moving on. I guess you'll both be voting for President Obama then, I suppose.
I would definitely be voting for him because women's rights is really important, and he says that that's really important to him, and I just believe him. I don't actually think he's done very much with that, so I know he will. He's chill, you know?
The deficit. What do you think President Obama is going to do anything about the deficit?
The what?
The deficit.
I was never good at math. You can't talk to me about that.
We owe countries large sums of money. What do you think
We ought to just take it out of the ATM. I don't pay attention to politics too much. I just know that Obama is supposedly a good candidate, so I'm going to vote for him.
Right. Well, thank you both very much. Your opinions were interesting, to say the least. I wish you the best. I will most certainly try to get her done. Excuse me, ma'am. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
Sure, why not? What's the topic?
Well, as you know, the election's coming up next week, and I was just hoping I could get a few opinions on what you think about the candidates and the current president.
All right, yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. Now, my first question, start off with, in your opinion, what does it take to be a good president?
Oh, okay. Well, that question has a ton of possible answers, but I can give it a try. When I judge presidential candidates or the incumbent, if one happens to be in office, I normally judge them on effectiveness, prudence, and morality. A good president should handle themselves in a disciplined manner and try very hard to make the best decisions possible. Sometimes the president has to take risks, but in most cases, they should weigh out their options. And a good president should also be very effective. I don't want someone running the country that isn't actively doing things to make it a better and more stable place to live in. They should always be working for the good of the American people. And also, most importantly, the president should always try to do the right thing. That may seem easy, but in reality, we've had a lot of presidents, like Bill Clinton, as we all know, that have seemed to struggle with that aspect.
Well, I can see you're very politically educated, and that really excites me. So which qualifications should the upcoming president have, based on the issues that America is facing today?
Well, as we all know, the national debt and the current state of the economy are issues that the new president seriously needs to address. One quality that I think is very important is the president's vision. In order for somebody to have my vote, they need to have a good vision as to what they are going to do to help our country, economy, and citizens. The president should also have good organizational capacity. Before a president can effectively organize our nation, he must first be able to organize and rally his colleagues so that they can work towards the betterment of our country. Also, and the most important in my mind, is emotional intelligence. The president needs to be able to effectively face a crisis and push his emotions aside and be constructive. Emotional intelligence is not just applicable in times of crisis, but also on a daily basis.
Well, one last thing. Who are you voting for and why?
I'm casting my vote for Mitt Romney. I think that Mitt Romney exemplifies everything that is necessary to be a great president. He has an excellent economic background that I think will be wonderful in the White House. His background includes things such as his takeover of the Salt Lake City Winter Games Committee, where he came in and made the Olympics a huge success. Mitt Romney also did a fantastic job as governor of Massachusetts. Under his leadership, Mitt Romney transformed their economic crisis of a $3 billion deficit and turned it into a balanced budget. Romney was also the CEO of Bain Capital and ran a financially stable business. The reason that economic experience is so vital to this nation's survival is because we are in a severe economic downturn. This country needs someone with experience, not someone that goes around not fulfilling promises like our current president, Barack Obama. Governor Romney has plenty of experience dealing with economic crisis and managing money. This suggests an excellent aptitude for emotional intelligence and organizational capacity. I think that Mitt Romney's vision for this country is the significantly better option of the two. This nation cannot wait 4 more years to see if Obama's policies will work. It needs to turn to someone who has a proven track record in the business community and will offer the steady hand to a teetering economy. Mitt Romney has a detailed plan of action that he calls the 5-point plan. Parts of the plan that I really enjoy are that he wants to better public schools, cut the deficit, and he also wants to achieve energy independence by 2020. So I'm very proud to be casting my vote for Mitt Romney.
Well, thanks for your time, ma'am. You were very insightful and you really give me hope for America's future and the intelligence of the American voter. Have a wonderful day. Well, that was more than I anticipated. We had a few duds in there, but that lady at the end really pulled through. I am confident that I'm going to vote for Mitt Romney.